Yes, it's Hollie's Hotspurs back with another one. Chatting all things Tottenham, we're second to none. Special guests every time, if it's win, lose or draw. The passion is high like Harry Kane when he scores. Or when Lloris makes a world-class save. We got Højbjerg running the mid every game. Settle down, stick around, share your thoughts with the panel. And make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Coys.
Another deal that I quickly want to mention, I'm just cautious of time, is obviously FRASER FORSTER from Southampton. Obviously, I don't like Southampton, but I can see why it is a good deal, Patrick.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's homegrown, isn't he? So we don't essentially waste our foreign spot on a goalkeeper who will hardly play. So I think that's a big key element to the signing. You know, we had Galini on the bench, never played in the Premier League, but that's a spot that we could have used for somebody else. So FRASER FORSTER coming in, he's English, knows the Premier League exceptionally well. Really good goalkeeper as well. I mean, you know, if Hugo Lloris did get injured, thankfully, touchwood, he didn't, Galini would have scared all of us, you know, because he's just not that good, is he, really? But FRASER FORSTER's proven he's played Premier League football time in and time out. He can be trusted in big moments. I mean, Southampton versus Arsenal, he had the game of his life. That stopped them getting 3 points in that game, essentially helped us. So, you know, he's proven at that level. He's played international football as well. Good goalkeeper. Obviously, he's not better than Hugo Lloris, but he can deputise in some of the cups. If Hugo does get injured, then you know you've got a decent backup keeper. Doesn't really take any time to bed in and get accustomed to the league and this and that. So it makes a lot of sense. And again, comes in on a free, doesn't he? So it's not crazy signing. Yeah, it's a good bit of business. Get in early, get it done, and then he can come in and just gel with the team.
I like that. I think that is true. And obviously, I'll go to Jay, Mr. Goalkeeper. So, Jay, what's your kind of thoughts on FRASER FORSTER coming in?
I think Patrick said it well there with the fact that obviously the English quota is obviously massive. I personally, we shouldn't be in this situation because I would have liked to have kept Joe Hart. The reason why I'd like to have kept Joe Hart is the same reason why I'm not really disappointed that we're getting FRASER FORSTER. You know, FRASER FORSTER, it may have been the Scottish League, but FRASER FORSTER has got experience winning trophies. And he obviously had the game of his life against Barcelona in that famous Celtic win. So he's got experience on European nights if we're worried about a Hugo Lloris injury. A decent backup keeper. My concern is obviously he got pushed out of his place by Alex McCarthy, which does make me think, you know, is his ability as good as, you know, maybe for our level, even at a backup?
He did win it back, though. He did win his place back.
He did win it back.
Yeah,
he did win it back. But I just think, for me, I'm happy with it. I'm not disappointed with it. I think it's like it's a clever deal. It's free. You know, you know, I would have loved for us to gone for the cycling GK just for the banter. But you know, but that's the difference, though. You know, for me, like, I know again, Ben Foster is. I know we're talking about free agent English goalkeepers with experience, but Ben Foster's only, you know, he's won a couple of cups, you know, obviously with Birmingham, and he's won the playoffs with Watford, etc. But for me, I think FRASER FORSTER is the much better choice. I just think he is solid, he's big, he's reasonably consistent. And, you know, like you said, League Cups, FA Cups, I've got no problems with him going in goal at all.
That's a fair point. Obviously, I wanted to come to you because you are the goalkeeper expert. So I thought I'd come to you for that one. But obviously, it hasn't happened just yet, Matt. I know these are big ifs at the moment. So coming to you, if he does come to Tottenham, are you pleased with it?
Yeah, again, I don't know either way. Cannot possibly confirm. But if he does come, FRASER FORSTER, like the guys have said, you know, he offers that homegrown slot, which is definitely valuable when looking at bringing in other players. Getting on in terms of age, but you know, as we've said, age isn't always everything. Hugo Lloris is you know the other side of 35 now, so he's still a fantastic goalkeeper. And talking about Hugo potentially, you know, coming out for cup games or whatever, Hugo's started every single Premier League game for the past 2 seasons. He's played every single minute. So it's only him and David De Gea that have that record. So we know what Hugo is like. He's not very injury prone. That's the beautiful thing. He's had injuries in his career, but he's not massively injury prone. So if Fraser Forster does come in, I think he provides great backup. I definitely agree with you, Jay. Joe Hart was, for me, a really, really strong backup. I always liked him when he was here. I thought he was great for the dressing room. And I have to say the same for Galini as well. I think Galini for the dressing room and for what he offered to other players was a massive part of this season. He was a big, big guy in the squad, big personality, supported loads of the guys coming through. He was one of the first people when Kulusevski joined, when he didn't have anywhere to live, that said, guys, come and stay with me, come and stay in my place.
I didn't know that, so that's really good to know, because they didn't really, we didn't hear about that side of things, so it's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And just look at all the celebrations in that Norwich dressing room. Galini is front and center.
Yeah.
So yeah, massive personality within that squad. If he's not around next season, obviously his loan ended this season. If he doesn't end up staying, then yeah, I'll be a little disappointed that he's not here. He's a young goalkeeper who's got a lot to offer in the game. I think he'll go on and do great things. But if Fraser Forster comes in, he offers that experience that you guys have mentioned. And I think that could be valuable for us going into a big season for Spurs.
Oh, yes. It is really interesting you mentioned that, Matt, obviously, because we don't get the feedback and those kind of things. It's really interesting to say that he was a big personality. It's true, like you said, you can see in the pictures that everybody loves him.